This is the Sunday Motivational Video. Every Sunday, we bring you a different type of video, which should improve your life. Today, we're looking at 15 things to know by the time you're 30. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. It's so great to have you back with us today for another exciting Sunday motivational video. This time, we decided to take a look at some of the things that most people would benefit knowing before they turn 30. Time flies, and hopefully you're still in your youth. The fact that you're watching this video right now is a glimpse of hope that you're actively trying to better your life. This list could have gone longer, but we focused on the things that we find most valuable to acquire as a skill or trait which have the biggest overall impact on happiness and success in life, if implemented early enough. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Here are the 15 things you should know by the time you're 30. Number 1. Life is not about you. You live life from your one-person view, so it's easy to think that everything revolves around you when you're young. As you mature, you realize that everyone is experiencing life in the same way you do, and from this standpoint, you're just like everyone else. Everybody has their own story, their own dreams, their own struggles, which you know nothing about. What you do know is yourself. The sooner you realize that not everything is about you, you can finally start to build a real life around yourself. Letting go of that ego will allow you to maintain a clear mind, be understanding of others, and finally focus on building the right type of life around yourself. Use this to your advantage. You wouldn't care so much about what others think of you if you realized how little they actually care about anything other than themselves. Everybody is self-centered. Giving that up is your new superpower. Number 2. Things will never satisfy the soul. The younger you are, the more you think that things will make you happy, because when you were a child, a piece of candy brought you happiness. But the more you grow, the more complex the way you perceive and understand life becomes, and the last thing you want to do is put all of your expectations of happiness in a financial goal. Because when you do finally achieve it, with all the struggles and sacrifices you had to make, you'll realize that you're not happier than you were before, and this will crumble your perceptions of reality. Please remember that money buys comfort. Happiness comes from how you live. Number 3. Debt is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Debt is someone else enslaving a part of your time until the debt gets repaid. When you put it like that, it's a lot easier to understand why you don't want to be in debt. Basically, as soon as you go into debt, your time doesn't fully belong to you anymore. You have to work, but not for yourself, and this is a dangerous slope to find yourself on. It's not all negative. As most of you know if you've been watching this channel for a while, there are 2 types of debt: bad debt and good debt. The first one will make you miserable, and the second one will make you rich. The goal is to be strategic with your debt and use it for the tool that it really is. Number 4. Read more. There are very few investments you can make for under $20 that generate this much value in return as reading does. This is what you need to know about books. The average American reads 1.5 books per year, while the top CEOs read over 50 books per year. They're not doing it for entertainment purposes. Instead, they funnel value out of books and inject it into their daily lives. The advantage of books is that you have access to someone's entire life experiences in just a couple of days. This is a formidable advantage you have over everyone else. That's why we've been such big advocates of reading on this channel. If you're not really into reading and want to get started, an easier way to start is with audiobooks. We recommend you read or listen to The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The book is an international phenomenon and it's not even that old. If you don't want to spend the $24 on the book, you can go to Alux.com/freebook and get the audiobook version for free, courtesy of our partnership with Audible. You're welcome. Number 5. How to travel more. By the time you're 30, you should already realize how enriching traveling is to who you are as a human being. Traveling is one of those secret hacks which, once you realize what kind of an impact it has on you, it's close to being addictive. Go far, meet people, learn about their lives, increase your bubble, and you will elevate your understanding of the world. People who travel are more interesting to talk to, they've lived more, and are usually more compassionate and emotionally mature. Travel is one of those few things where you spend money and it actually makes you richer. If you want to learn some more about the benefits of travel and how to use it strategically in your life, click in the top right corner to watch our video on the 15 reasons why you should travel the world. Number 6. How to be healthy. Your body is the machine that keeps your mind alive, so you better make some changes regarding the type of fuel you pour into it. Your 20s are your party years, but as you near the 30s, you should slowly wisen up and start paying more attention to what you eat, how much you drink, and how to exercise in order to maximize your performance. You'll never be better looking, smarter, or healthier than when you're 30. Everything about your body will start to decline from this point on. It's just science. How does it feel to know that you've peaked already from a physical standpoint? Number 7. What your passions and values are. The last thing you want to do is end up 30 with no real understanding of who you are as a person. It's a dangerous place to find yourself in, not knowing what your values are, what you stand for, what makes you happy, and what you are passionate about. Yet, for some reason, many neglect these valuable questions while they're young, only to find themselves in a web of chaos and in an identity crisis. You answer these questions by going after them, trying things, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, and analyzing how you feel about everything. This is basically what maturing is all about. Number 8. Your only competition or benchmark is yourself. By the time you're 30, you should stop comparing yourself to others and only benchmark against yourself. We all have our own path, and it's easy to get caught up in the game of keeping up with the Joneses. Just because all of your friends got married and are having children doesn't mean you should as well, especially if you're not ready for such a commitment. By 30, you should realize how fake social media is and not allow it to consume so much of your time and life expectations. At the end of the day, nobody is posting their bad days. It's time to take yourself seriously and start improving. Seek progress, not perfection, and you should be good. Number 9. How to save money. Most people are bad at saving money, which results in chaos and a constant state of panic and unease because you never have a safety net. Not only that, your inability to save money directly correlates with your prospects of ever being successful. Let's say an opportunity presents itself, but because you lack savings, the opportunity will pass you by. This is the main reason why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The rich simply have money ready for when opportunities present themselves. If you've been struggling with the idea of saving money and want the simplest possible road to financial success, there's a phenomenal book out there called The Richest Man in Babylon, which we can't recommend enough. It stood the test of time because the advice in it is timeless, and it's framed in an easy and enjoyable way to understand. If you go to Alux.com/freebook, you can get the audio version for free when you sign up. It's probably the best investment you can make in yourself today. Number 10. What's worth sacrificing and what's not? Life is about sacrifices. With every choice you make, there are another 10 or 20 you could have made instead. In economics, this is called the cost of opportunity. In order to pursue a path, you need to let go of others. The more you sacrifice, the more time and attention you can put into things you find valuable. The problem here is, you need to be really careful of how you wish the long game to play out for yourself. The problem we see often with some people is that in their pursuit to win a particular game, they end up sacrificing their bigger goal without even realizing it. What's the point of winning if you're still going to be miserable at the end? We strongly recommend you be very strategic with your sacrifices, especially if you're pursuing financial rewards. A little while ago, we made a phenomenal video called The 15 Things You Need to Sacrifice If You Want to Be Rich, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. If you're pursuing wealth, watch that video and at least be ready for some of those sacrifices. Number 11. How to stand up for yourself. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't require an explanation, and you should never feel bad for looking out for yourself. When you're flying, if you pay attention to what the flight attendant tells you about the oxygen masks, she always says you should first fix it on yourself and then take care of those around you. That is such a valuable lesson. If you don't take care of yourself first, you'll not be able to take care of others. So learn to stand up for yourself. Learn to say no. If you're not going to do it for yourself, at least do it so you can take care of those who really are important to you. Remember, people don't treat you how you treat others. They treat you how you treat yourself. Number 12. Who your real friends are. By the time you're 30, your circle can be expected to be fairly small. You've been through things. You've matured enough to know that it's not about quantity here. We always say that your circle should decrease in size, but increase in value. The higher the quality of your friendships, the happier and better your life will be. Nobody can do it alone, so having a few select people who you know have your back no matter what is a major competitive advantage in life. Number 13. You're not going to make everyone happy, and not everyone will like you. Guess what? Some people are not going to like you, and you're not going to like them. That's completely okay and to be expected. Trying to make everyone happy is a surefire way to disappointment and misery. Your job here is to make yourself happy, and if you're a good person, share that happiness with a few others that you care about. People who try to make everyone happy usually end up somewhere in the middle of the bell curve and are often the loneliest. If you want to live an exceptional life, you'll have to choose yourself first, which will probably make a few others unhappy that you didn't put them first. But that's on them, not you. Number 14. Ask for what you want. Don't expect it to happen on its own. If by the age of 10 you usually stop believing in Santa Claus, by the time you're 30, you should stop believing in magical thinking. Just because you wish something would happen doesn't mean it will. The only way to receive the things you wish for is by going after them and getting them yourself. This doesn't stop at material things. You want to be happy? You're going to have to work for your happiness. You want a relationship that lasts and improves over time? You'll have to put in the effort. You need to position yourself so you end up receiving whatever it is you're after. If you never ask for the promotion at work, it may be years until someone finally offers it to you. Number 15. When you're tired, learn to rest, not to quit. The last thing we wanted to mention on this list has to do with quitting and failure. People try one, they fail, and then never again. Why are people so entitled to success all of a sudden and instantaneously? Before you learned how to properly walk as a child, you fell hundreds of times without once thinking, well, maybe this walking thing isn't for me. Instead, you kept at it. You keep falling down and getting yourself back up and trying again, each time making incremental progress. That is how success happens. When things get hard, and things will always get hard, learn to rest and try again instead of quitting. Now, Aluxers, we're curious to know, what else do you think one should know before turning 30 years old? Let us know in the comments and we'll make sure to reply to the most interesting ones. Oh, you're still here, are you? As a reward for watching this video until the end, we have a bonus piece of information just for you. Number 16. You are building your own future. Probably the most valuable piece of information in this video is that you are in charge of your own destiny. Your future is not predetermined, and you are actively shaping it every day with your actions. This video you're watching right now just tilted your trajectory a little bit, and the right type of small actions repeated consistently will gradually improve your life. Take responsibility for everything in your life, and then start doing something about it. That is the only way to move to the next level of your life. If any of the items on this list have sparked something in you, please write "level up" in the comments. It's always fun seeing non-Aluxers react to our community and not being a part of the select club of true Aluxers. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.